Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are a beginner UGC creator and you struggle to find brands, then you have come to the right place because I'm going to share with you 7 ways in which you can find brands that pay. And by the way, the last two are very sneaky, so make sure you stay till the end. And I'm going to share with you these brands who are going to not only work with you but also pay you the right amount. So, in this video, we are going to talk about all of these ways in which you can find brands that are going to pay you. I will be telling you in detail about how you can go about it, and of course, I'm going to also share the two most sneaky ones in the end. Of course, I will share everything with examples so that it is easier for you to understand. The video index is on the screen, so feel free to skip to the part which is the most relevant for you. Because I don't want you to waste time over here. I want you to spend all your time trying to get that paid UGC deal. So let's get started. The first method is Amazon. Now, how you're going to go about it is you're going to go into Amazon and in the search bar, you're going to search for your product. So, suppose, example, you are someone who works with stationery brands because I'm holding this notepad in my hand. So, you are someone who likes to work with stationery. Now let's take a stationery item, for example diaries. Okay, so you want to work with diary, so you go into Amazon and you type diary. Now let's get a little more specific. Maybe you want a yearly diary and which is blank, so you're going to search blank yearly diary, something like that. And so a bunch of brands will of course show up because it's Amazon. Now what I want you to do is make a list of all of these brands and then you're going to reach out to them. Let me give you another example. So if you are a food UGC creator, which I am, and if you want to use rice paper and make product videos about it, you're going to search rice paper over there. And next, you're going to reach out to all of those brands that show up on Amazon. Very cool, right? Pretty easy to do. Like, how easy? And pretty easy to do and gives you access to so many brands. I think this is something that I have used a lot myself as well. The second one we are going to talk about is something a bit more local. Okay, so let's go from global to local. And this is too local because it's in your home. That's right. For this, you just need to go around and look around in your house and search for products which are already there. For example, if you are a skincare UGC creator, you're going to go into your skincare products and you're going to check what all is over there, and I'm pretty sure you're going to find few brands that are small and you didn't even notice about it. The same can be done for food UGC creator, equipment UGC creator, tech UGC creator. All of these niches can be covered with items that are there in your home, maybe linen, bedding, fabric, clothes. So many items we use in, like ceramics, so many items are there that come under UGC. You can easily get few brands from there. I found so many spice brands especially that I didn't even realize I have until and unless I check the packaging of the product. And sometimes you will also have the numbers, by the way, with which you can access. So yeah, that's also a very nice way of finding random brands. But now let's move on to the third way in which you can find these brands, and that is a very outdated, and I honestly don't use it, but I'm going to still share it in case someone feels comfortable using this method. And this is the good old Instagram hashtag method. I mean, hashtags are used everywhere, so you can just put in those keywords or those SEO items so that it shows up in your search. For example, if you are someone who likes to create content about I think cafes, if you are a UGC creator who likes to create content around cafes, maybe, so you can search cafes. Now you can go specific like coffee shop or Korean cafe or sandwich shops. All of these things you can check out on Instagram with these hashtags. Okay, now if you're someone who likes to create content with sari or fabrics, you can go and search with these terms with a hashtag in front in the Instagram search bar, and you will get a bunch of posts with it or accounts with it, and you can go reach out to these brands as well. Honestly, not my favorite way of finding brands because you cannot filter it out using location, so it becomes a little hard to understand, but maybe it's easier for someone else, so I'm just sharing it for you to keep in hand. Okay, now we're going to move on to the fourth way in which you can find brands, and this is using the algorithm. Now I see a lot of people blaming the algorithm for low reach, low views, but now we are going to get it to work for us. Okay, so how the algorithm works is, if you are someone who wants to create more content about, let's say, pillowcases, you want to make content about satin pillowcases, so you're going to go into brands who sell satin pillowcases and you're going to start following them. Okay, or even engage with the content, share it with your friends. Now what Instagram automatically picks up on that is that it is going to share with you similar brands, because it is thinking that you want to spend more time. So Instagram's main aim is to keep you on the app. So if you're spending more time on satin pillowcases, Instagram is going to push more content that is talking about satin pillowcase, and you will have bunch of satin pillowcase brands in your feed. Let's take one more example. Suppose you want to make something with matcha. So you're going to search only brands which are selling matcha, and you're going to interact with their pages, you're going to share it, or you are going to follow it. Any of it works. Okay, as long as you're interacting and engaging with it and nothing else. Okay, make sure you're not interacting with everything and anything. If you want to work with matcha, make sure you're going to focus only on that. Okay, so now you will automatically see your algorithm is flooded with matcha brands. I mean, we have all seen that happen, right? We think about one product and then we are like, oh, how did it come magically? That's just the algorithm doing its job. Probably you have liked it or shared it or something. Anyway, moving on to the next one, which is going to markets. Exactly what we did at home, but now we are going to do it in the markets. So, as a food UGC creator, all I did was go to shops, look for pastry brands of flour, gluten-free mixes, pre-mixes, cupcake frosting, sprinkles, everything and anything bakery related will come under the radar of my UGC creation process. So I will be reaching out to all of these brands, and honestly I used to take my phone, I used to take notes of all the brands that I'm seeing, and then when I come back home I used to reach out to all of them. So you can do the same thing. For example, if you're a tech UGC creator, you go to small shops and you're going to see all these random brands which are more local in nature. You can start reaching out to them, because if you're a beginner, chances are you will not be striking a deal with Apple, right? So you want to go a little lower and you might try local brands that are already there, and you can try working with them and slowly improve your skill, so that one day you can work with the bigger brands. And honestly, this one is the most fun one, because you get to go outside, you get to explore. It's kind of like a treasure hunt going on. So now we're going to move on to my sneakiest ways to find UGC brands, and I've used this a lot and I hope you're going to find it very helpful. So the next way in which you can find brands is through using UGC Creator Collabs. What is that? Basically, you go into other UGC creators who are more established than you. And how you're going to do that? You're going to just search on Instagram UGC with, and you're going to be flooded with a bunch of UGC creators who are big in their niche. Okay, now you're going to select these UGC creator. You have to search a bit and you have to find someone in your niche, someone who you admire or someone's work which matches your work. Okay, and once you find them, you're going to see which brands they are working with. Okay, or you can scroll down a bit and you can see when they started doing UGC, what are the brands that they were working with, which brand was willing to work with them when they were small UGC creators. And now your job is to reach out to all of these brands that UGC creator has worked with. Okay, now this sounds very sneaky, but it's absolutely fine, because it's a public platform. The brand has decided to collaborate with them, they have decided to collaborate with them. And if you're someone who just happens to see this and making use of this, it's completely fine. If you're someone who's tired and struggling to find brands and wants such shortcuts to make your life easier, you might want to check out my course, which helps you become a UGC creator in a short, value packed format, where you get all the templates ready made, done for you, and you can just simply copy and paste it and start working on a UGC career right away. I can tell you for sure that if you implement everything that I teach you, you are going to land a paid UGC deal for sure. So if you are interested, you can check out the link in the description, or you can check it out in the bio as well. Moving on to the last sneaky way, And this is another fun one. There's actually a cool Instagram feature where when you follow someone, you automatically start getting these list of suggested people to follow. And in this case, if you're going to follow a brand, you're going to get a bunch of suggested brands to follow. And if you are someone who's reaching out to rice paper brands, you are going to get more rice paper brands. For example, when I was reaching out to more jewelry brands, the moment I follow a jewelry brand, more jewelry brands would show up, and chances are they are going to have similar follower count because they might be mutual. When I was reaching out to handbag brand, similar handbag brands would pop up, and I can reach out to a bunch of handbag brands in one go then. Unfortunately, for this, you have to follow a bunch of brands so that these brands can actually come up in your suggested account list. I mean, yes, you can unfollow them, but that is not a good Instagram practice. So, when you're genuinely interested in a brand, you can go ahead and follow them, and from that, you can get another bunch of brands that you might be interested in. So I hope you found this video helpful and it taught you something and you can utilize it in your UGC journey. If you want some help from me in your UGC journey, you can of course check out my course. Link is in the bio or in the description. Subscribe for more and bye.